Well, I'm looking forward to this fight, Eamon, in particular because Bob Foster's one of the best light heavyweight punchers I've ever seen, and I've only seen Mike Quarry in the gymnasium, but he's a very smart boxer, and it's a question of whether the deadly hitter here, Bob Foster, can catch up with Jerry's little brother, Mike.
And he does look like the little brother there, but boy is he confident. Met him this morning at the weigh-in, where he checked in at the precise 12 stone 7 and just a pound and a half lighter than the champion, who is, as you'll see, considerably taller, almost 6'4", 6'3" and a half against young Mike Quarry's 5'11". And this could be a tremendous upset if Mike can put his fists where his words are. Very exciting possibility. The whole world is open for Mike Quarry if he can beat the fearsome Foster. Round 1, the World Light Heavyweight Championship here at Las Vegas, Nevada. Dangerous punch from Foster, but Quarry blocked it with a glove. That left hand of Foster's is getting in. Nice uppercut by Quarry. Very low, very traffic. Quarry watching for the hook. Nice left hand, that's the left hook. Deadly punch of Foster's, and a right cross. He cut Quarry with that one. Oh, and he cut him again with the left hook in the ear. Quarry's face flushed and red. 1 minute ago, Quarry smiling, but perhaps that could mean that he was hurt. Dropping his hands now, and Foster, he's teasing Foster. He's trying to do an alley here. A solid left. Foster gets home despite the clowning by young Mike Quarry. Half a minute ago. Quarry looks as if he's written out of that bit of trouble. A nice left again by Foster. Quarry's right counter having the same precision behind it. Foster getting home that left hand with comparatively effortless ease. Tremendous left hand by Foster. And another. And Quarry's wild round has left hand didn't get in. Inside, Foster for all his height got a nice uppercut in. End of round 1.
Well, I hope if there's any trouble they can hear the bell a little bit better than that. I'm only about 10 feet away from it and I'm having trouble, Eamon, and hope these fighters can. I imagine there's a lot of people in Britain who think this fellow here, Mike Quarry, was very flashy in that opening round. Well, frankly, I really welcome that kind of confidence. If a man can stand in front of a really big hitter like Bob Foster, drop his arms, get rid of some of the tension, even do an impersonation of the Ali Shuffle, I must hand it to this 21-year-old.
Bear in mind, too, that Foster, out of 48 wins, has had 41 knockouts and has been beaten only once as a light heavyweight. He really is a tough-looking baby, but as Reg says, young Mike Quarry is full of confidence, but he shipped a lot of left hands there. Second round, light heavyweight championship of the world. Foster's first in again. That left hand. Quarry's doing the alley shuffle again. He's dancing with dynamite here. Quarry's corner shouting for him to lead with the left. Two nice lefts by Quarry. Oh, Foster pounding away. Quarry well out of range there. Quarry's corner shouting to referee Krause, saying, watch that backhand jab there. Big section of the crowd behind us here roaring for Quarry. Any effort on his part gets a roar from them. But Foster cool and dangerous. Left again as Quarry comes in. Hand of the body. That lightning snake-like left hand of this Deputy Sheriff Foster. Quarry holding on in there, and he tried to hit and hold. Krause breaks him apart. That was a wild right by Foster. It didn't do as much damage as it might have done. Quarry finding it very difficult to get past Foster's defense. For such a tall man, Foster's very good inside. Well into the last half minute of round two here, and Foster just trying to put the pressure on, but Quarry keeps coming forward. For every two he throws inside, he takes a lot of uppercuts. That remorseless left hand of Foster's.
No doubt about it, Bob Foster has one of those most spiteful left hands I've ever seen. He really was opening up young Mike Quarry there, and I think Quarry's big handicap is a lack of punch in this class, although he's unbeaten. And now we'll have a look at a replay there in the second round, and then you've got an idea of Foster's left jab. Even in slow motion it looks fast enough, doesn't it? Do you see the way Foster there is trying to feint Quarry into making a mistake, but he just rode that right hand well, and perhaps that's just as well that he did. So there he is, Bob Foster, the Deputy Sheriff from Albuquerque. He fought in England once as an amateur, representing the United States Air Force against the RAF, and he defeated a fellow called Ken Wilson at Wembley.
Round three, 21-year-old Quarry first out. 33-year-old Foster. Two nice jabs by Quarry. Mike's trying to think of any way he can of bustling Foster out of his cool. Nice one by Quarry. You notice this strange style of Foster. If you watch him, he seems to come sideways at his opponent and look over his shoulder at him. Beautiful double punch. Oh, that was a corker of a right hand by Foster. Quarry doing well, avoiding some of these punches, but boy, he's taking chances with his legs here when he drops his hands like that. Little puff under Quarry's right eye. Nice one by Quarry. Nice one. Oh, what a punch to the solar plexus by Foster. And he punishes Quarry inside with the right uppercut. That right eye is coming up. Coming up. Quarry's right eye up. Mouse right underneath it. Face all reddened again after that interchange. Looks as though Quarry needs a little more power in his punches to stop Foster from coming forward all the time. And uppercut again. Foster picks off his punches beautifully. Left hand uppercut again. He certainly hurt Quarry there. Quarry's eyes glazed over. With half a minute, I would say Quarry is hurt more than he was at any stage in this fight so far. Quarry breathing heavily through his mouth there, almost losing his gum shield. Foster's got him on the run here. Quarry shipped quite a bit in this round.
Well, I don't know what the corner here of Mike Quarry are going to tell him now. Teddy Bentham on the outside, the trainer there with glasses, the man who looks after, of course, brother Jerry. And you'll see they're working on that swelling now around Mike's face. Foster, no doubt about it, one of the most professional of fighters around today. Very spiteful at close quarters, tries to make every punch work. At 33, I suppose he's just slipping a little, but by his own great standards, he really will take a lot of beating. And if I were in Mike Quarry's corner, I really would have to say, well, look out, chum, here he comes. I think that's about the only advice I could give him.
Well, they're certainly working hard on young Quarry, and Foster, not a peek at him there. Cool as a cool cucumber. Fourth round, Las Vegas, Nevada light heavyweight championship of the world. 21-year-old Mike Quarry now in a slight amount of trouble. Foster deadly, carrying that left hand very low, and he's able, as you know, to hook rapidly, body head. There it goes again. That left hand is punishing Mike Quarry badly. There's no real reply to it. Bob Foster's got the firepower here. Almost all his punches are telling. Foster inside there is punishing Quarry quite incredibly. Nice hook by Quarry, but was it hard enough? Tremendous exchange that must have taken a heck of a deal more out of young Quarry than 33-year-old Bob Foster. Oh, what a right cross out of that left. Quarry tries a smile, but it's a sick-looking smile. No doubt about it, young Mike Quarry is game, but he's taking all the time. Boy, oh boy, it's 105 degrees outside, but in that ring, I'd hate to think the temperature for Quarry. Yes, he's taking a lot of deck. I don't see this going on much longer at this rate. Just half a minute to go, and if Quarry can last out this half minute, he'll be doing very well. He's gulping in the air through his mouth there. He's stopped moving as fast as he was. Inside of the glove that. He didn't hurt Foster one bit with those 2 punches, I reckon. The crowd seemed to think Quarry was doing more there than he was. Nice recovery by Quarry. Boy, is he game. Oh! Hard luck, Quarry. The bell is gone. The bell is gone. But they're continuing the count. The bell cannot save him. I'm trying to hear the count. No, he's counted out. Counted out. What a knockout. Quarry just... Foster's right over with him. Quarry missed with a right hand, and Foster hooked him immediately with the left, and clean as a whistle, he'd taken Quarry out. As I said, I didn't think he was going to last that round out, and he didn't. Well, as you can see, there's young Quarry out like a light. What a punch. What a deadly fighter Foster is. And as we was told he was. There's young Quarry. They're working on him. He's flat out still. Here's a replay. Now watch for Quarry missing with the right hand, and then the hook that does it. There's the right hand that missed. What a punch. Reg.
Well, I think this is probably the first time you'll see a world championship won and lost after time, because that punch was right on the bell. And now you'll see it again in slow motion, the best left hooker in the business with Bob Foster. And I'm wondering now what Britain's champion Chris Finnegan must be feeling, knowing that he is next in line. And there's British promoters here ready to make the match, and there it goes. The left hook really stopped him in his tracks. But I'm glad to say that as Mike Quarry hits the floor, he is in fact being hauled off the floor in the live action and being taken back to his corner there. Ice packs on his neck. A good try, but there you are, stepping out of his class, and this is what you have to do when you're in with a puncher who makes every punch count.
It was a great try by Quarry. He still hasn't quite come to. And Foster's just breathing as if he walked round the block in the heat outside and came in here for a cool-off. A great and deadly fighter. Foster coming over to try and see Quarry, who's still sitting in his corner, still dazed. Foster, as you can see there, I don't know whether commiserating is the word, but anyway, he's saying, well done. Sad-looking Mike Quarry at 21. He's still young enough to come again, and Foster, for the first time in the evening, has a kindly look in his face as he looks down and shakes his head at young Mike Quarry. A tremendous champion, a man who was almost giving up the game because he couldn't get fights, went into the heavyweight class and lost there and came back, and now, if he can find other opponents, well, they're going to be hard opponents to come by for a man like that. Well, there it is for now. In a few moments, we're of course going to see the famous Muhammad Ali against Mike Quarry's tougher, older brother, Jerry Quarry, over 12 rounds. And obviously, Mike will be out to make sure he gets a win for the Quarry family, apart from Mike Quarry himself. And of course, most of the people here are agog to see Muhammad Ali coming. And as young Jerry Quarry leaves the ring, we'll be back with you in a few moments.
Yeah, let's talk to Mike for a moment. Mike? How you feel?
I feel all right. Just ran into one.
That's the first time you ever been off your feet, isn't it?
Yep, first time ever in my life. Deep breath. Come on, come on, big, man. Ready for it? Come on, good. Yeah.
He says he's all right. Taking a few deep breaths. But he's a great fighter for a 21-year-old kid. The trainer just told him, said, you have nothing to be ashamed of. Come on with that smile. So while he's getting himself straightened out, I take you back down now to ringside and Jack Palance.
I think one of the nicest things about that whole thing is Bob Foster's concern about this kid, this guy. I think it's absolutely beautiful. This is a rough profession, and a guy gets knocked out, and sometimes you see an inhumane quality in certain guys that want to behave other than this guy just behaved. I think it's beautiful. And as he was saying, maybe Mike is or was 2 years away from this championship fight. Let's take another look at the slow-mo now. Yeah. Now there's Foster moving in constantly. QUARRY was backing up a little more than he was. He tries with the left, missed with the right. There's that left hook that is absolutely beautiful. You can see. Does anyone have to tell you what you can see? Look at that. That is a magnificent left hook, and that is the end of the fight. He just twisted him around, and there goes Mike. Well, what are you going to say? This is one of the greatest punchers of all time, probably one of the greatest light heavyweight champs of all time, and maybe someday Mike will get another chance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they're introducing now the fill-in fight. This is a preliminary bout before the Jerry QUARRY Muhammad Ali fight, scheduled for 6 rounds. Light heavyweight battle. These are a couple of the guys who were